Hey guys, Les here. I was out here doing some fall planting for my fall garden, sowing some seeds, and had a few grow bags that are quite a bit different in structure. And so I thought I'd do a quick video showing some of the things that I've noticed about different types of grow bags. So let's take a look. Okay, so like I said, I was out here. I planted some carrots and some beets, and these bags here. These are 25-gallon fabric, traditional fabric grow bags. These are Viva Sun, which is a popular brand, and they're quality bags, very popular. Get them on Amazon. You can get all these on Amazon that I'm going to show you. But I bought some different varieties. These are all 7-gallon here, and I had planted some broccolini in here, and those are growing really well. But when I started looking at all these different brands, I saw some major differences actually. So I thought I'd just point them out a little bit. So again, those are the traditional fabric pots. This is a fabric pot as well, but it's thicker. This one is made by AC Infinity, and again, it's a 7-gallon bag. It's unique. It has these holes and rivets, riveted rings around here, so you can close them up or hook things on there or whatever you want to do. Just gives you an option to do some different things with them. The handles are stitched in just like typical grow bags are, but it is a thicker fabric. So I'm going to be planting some lettuce out here, and I may plant lettuce in these three here, and we'll see how they grow, if we notice any differences. This one over here, again, fabric grow pot, but it's made, has a different approach. It's made in two parts. It's got an upper panel and then a lower panel that's stitched together, and the upper panel on the inside has a liner on it, which is neat because if you're familiar with grow bags and you've used them at all, you'll notice that when you water, if you don't have your potting mix inside seated correctly or positioned correctly, the water can go to the side, of course, and it'll seep down the sides and it'll come out the side of the bag. And if you don't have containers underneath your grow bag, of course that water is wasted, and if you're using water-soluble fertilizers, that fertilizer is wasted. So I suggest always putting a saucer or some kind of container underneath it, and just about everybody, there's dozens of videos out there about it. Everybody has different ways of doing it. You can just get a plastic tub. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. You just want to kind of catch that water so it can bottom water from underneath as it is needed. You do have to keep tabs on it though. You don't want it sitting there for a week or 2 weeks at a time, especially during the summer. Mosquitoes can get in there, other bugs can reproduce, and then you have another problem on your hands. But this is kind of unique in that respect, that it does have this plastic liner. The handles are sewn very well. They got another piece of material on the other side, and it's stitched very well all the way through the plastic liner and both sides of the material. So looks like it's well made. Again, seems to be a little thicker. Same size, 7-gallon. So I'm going to plant in there as well. We'll see how it works. All right, so let's take a look at this bag. It is a little different than the others. Now, it is a little bit more flimsy just because of how it's made, but this one's been sitting out in the sun for quite a while, and as soon as you put dirt in it, it'll take this shape. I mean, these are in the same type of pots. But this is a bag. Brand is Rain Science, made in America, and it's a fabric mesh that is coated in plastic. It's made from recycled products, and you know, it is really a mesh. I mean, you can see my hand through there, and it really drains the soil very well. Now, almost too well, if you know what I mean, because when I water these plants over here, I can pour it in there. Now, what I do notice, though, surprisingly, the water does not go out the sides like I mentioned before on these fabric pots. It is definitely going through the soil and out the bottom, but it is pretty quick. So it seems like almost all of the soil, or all of the water that I put in there, gets pooled in the bottom, and then it is, like I mentioned, wicked up from the soil mass, and it is used. But you know, you got to be careful when you're watering with any grow bag, because if you're not actually watering the soil mass in the bag, you're not doing any good. If all your water is flowing through the sides, going out the bottom, and it's not getting a really good soaking of the soil, you know, that's not doing any good. And when you're fertilizing with water soluble products that are in the water when you're watering, you're defeating the purpose. So you got to be aware of that, and make sure that the root system is getting a thorough watering. So I think newbies don't realize that. And you know, you can take a plant and the old standard stick your finger down in there, but if you go ahead and stick it way down in there after you've watered and it's dry, then you know obviously that your water is not penetrating your soil, and you may need to change your soil mix, your soilless mix, I would say. It might be too heavy, it might have clay in it, it may be too compacted. You always want a loose soil, loamy soil in your grow bags. It's going to benefit you on every aspect of growing plants in a container. So getting back to the bag, these are really neat. I think these would last a very long time, and if the watering part isn't an issue, I may be using more of these in the future. But this is the first time I've tried them. So again, I'm going to put lettuce in these 3 bags, and they'll get the same watering and fertilizer treatment, and we'll just see if we see any differences between them. And the broccolini, like I said, is growing very well, so I think any of these bags can grow a plant. It's just you know, finding these differences in how they're structured, and some of the things that are unique to that brand. It'll be neat to see, does it really make a difference, or is it something that I really like, and does it make for a better harvest in the long run? So let me get these potted up, and then we'll wrap up the video. All right, so I got everything planted, labeled, watered up, got the saucers underneath them, and they're looking good. So I didn't saturate these bags right away. I'm going to let this settle in, and I'll come out here and give them a good drench. May fill up the bottom and just let it wick up from the bottom. I don't want to displace the seeds, so I don't want to just, you know, completely annihilate it with a blast of water. So you know, they all pretty much are the same in appearance, but they do have some structural differences in the bag. So we'll see how that goes, and if it does impact any of the productivity of the lettuce as it grows. So I'll keep tabs on that and let you know. So if you like the content, please like, subscribe, put a comment down below, and let me know what you think about the grow bags, and hit the notification bell so you'll know when the new videos come out. I appreciate everybody watching and tuning in on the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot.